All right, hello everyone. It's another Let's Play Sierra Games. This time we're going to go ahead and play Leisure Suit Larry 6. For the two fans that watched my little talk through Leisure Suit Larry 5, you know how much I hated Leisure Suit Larry 5. The game was absolutely horrible. I remember when I first played it, I probably really liked it a lot because I played it when it first came out, but going back and playing, it's just poorly designed. It's not funny. It's trying too hard, which is disappointing because Leisure Suit Larry 2 is probably one of my favorite Sierra games, right up there with Space Quest 3. And Leisure Suit Larry 1 is what got me really into Sierra. Like the first one I'd played was King's Quest 1, like a 4-color version, but it was really Leisure Suit Larry 1 that really pulled me into becoming like a Sierra fan. And Leisure Suit Larry 2, like I said, was probably my favorite Sierra game. Leisure Suit Larry 3 was absolutely amazing. And as you know, there is no Leisure Suit Larry 4. And when 5 came out, like I said, disappointment. But now we're going to play Leisure Suit Larry 6. And let me tell you, Leisure Suit Larry 6 is miles ahead of Leisure Suit Larry 5 in every single way possible. It's funny, it's clever, it's got everything going for it. So here we are in the intro right now, just watching it just to give those who made the game credit. I also say, when I originally did the upload for this video, it is literally, I think, 6.5 hours, because it'd been a while since I played Leisure Suit Larry 6. So a lot of it, I didn't remember where things were, and I was wandering around pretty much lost, even though there's only so many rooms you can go in. It was fun replaying Leisure Suit Larry 6 because it felt like I was not playing it for the first time, but playing it for the first time in a long time. So what I'm doing with this is I am going to speed the video, and I'm not going to actually do a live talk through of it. I'm just going to talk over the sped up video because no one wants to hear me talk for 6.5 hours. And sped up, this video is currently at like an hour and a half. But I think I'm even going to speed up those parts where I'm not really talking about something. If I'm just wandering around the game, I'm just going to speed it up so it's not you listening to me for an hour and a half. I do hope I'm somewhat entertaining when I talk about the game, but no one wants to hear me talk for that long. I don't even want to hear myself talk for that long. So here we are, Leisure Suit Larry 6. The game has officially started, and we see a enormous, long limo pull up to this Muscle Beach, which Larry is just walking around at. He's gonna flex on the girls, but this limo comes along and says, "Hey, we need some people for this show." And everyone runs up. And she says, "My name is Shallow." Get it? Shallow? And I'm looking for a good man. That's me drinking some Coke Zero. Anyway, she says she wants it for a reality show, and then suddenly everyone runs away. Because they had rushed forward, they accidentally pushed you forward, leaving you as the only one there. So she decides to take you. This sort of reminds me how it was in Leisure Suit Larry 2, because in Leisure Suit Larry 2, Larry does the thing with the lotto ticket and also ends up on a stud stallion talk show type of thing and wins a vacation there. In Leisure Suit Larry 2, he wins a vacation onto a cruise. In this game, he wins a thing to a vacation resort, I guess you could say. It says here you arrive at the studio of Stallions being taped. And even though I just played Leisure Suit Larry 2 not too long ago, I can't remember if it was Stallions that he appeared on before. And anyway, here we are with Shallow saying, "Hey, don't worry about the thinking. We took the answers and made our writers heat it up." for the more sophisticated viewers, if you will. And the winner of today's show is Rock Hard, which is the dude next to you. They win a all expense paid cruise. And you get the second prize, which is La Costa Lotta Inn, where you'll spend a wonderful 2 some expense paid weeks. Alright. As you arrive in the taxi, putting along, you can see the inn that will be your, or our, hangout for the rest of this session. Alright, here's where we're going to start fast forwarding. The first person that you're going to actually see in the game is this woman at the counter at La Costa Lotta Inn. There goes hello. And every woman that you meet in here, you basically have an opportunity to try to quote-unquote score with. Alright, so when you talk to Gammy, you can see she's a good-looking woman. She's in the customer relations, and what she'll do, she'll give you your key. But what she wants is to basically lose weight. There's a machine here, which is why she came here, but it's since fallen to waste. If you keep talking to her, she'll eventually tell you that, and that's the whole shtick with all the ladies in this game, is you basically keep talking to them until they tell you what you want or what they want, and you'll know what they want because Larry will finally go yes. And there's a machine. Anyway, there's a machine here, a cellulite drainage that used to be run by a Dr. Swinebutt, is what she calls him. But what's interesting is Larry calls him Dr. Swineheart. Everywhere else in the game, it is Dr. Swinebutt. Like, even when you click on the machine and look at it, it says this was done by Dr. Swinebutt. But Larry calls him Dr. Swineheart. So, I don't know if that's supposed to be a reference that I'm missing, or if that was just an editor mistake when they made the game. Anyway, so obviously we know that we have to fix that. I would recommend not trying to figure out what's wrong with that machine, because if you try to do it before you have everything, there is the potential of that machine killing. If you go into your room, you'll notice when you turn on the water that the sink is brown. Or, sorry, not the sink is brown, but the water is brown in the sink. So you're going to want to call to get someone to repair it. And if you look on the table, there's a bunch of phone numbers and stuff like that. Also, don't forget to grab the flowers. You'll eventually come back up, and there's a guy in your bathroom trying to fix your sink that you called and reported since the water was brown. And what you want to do is you want to click the hand icon on Mark a few times, and what you do is you pick up a wrench and a file system. It's really odd because to me it looks like when you put the pickup icon on Mark, it looks like you're about to try to tickle him, and that would make things really awkward. Eventually, you'll wander around and you'll meet Shar, who is in the mud bath. Here's hoping she likes to get dirty, if you know what I mean, because she already looks like she's dirty. Once again, you just keep talking to her, and what she wants is batteries. Gee, I wonder what she wants batteries for. Side note, while you're in this room, do not go in the room that leads to the sauna if you're wearing your leisure suit. It will kill you. And also another side note, just by accident, by clicking on stuff in here, I ended up moving the camera that's over here. And just by clicking on it, Larry climbs up and moves it and goes, yes! But at the time, it's not even clear why he would have done that. You'll learn later, actually, why he would have had to do it. Later on, there's an officer that you need to get something from, and if the camera isn't turned to distract him, you can't get what you need. So you would eventually have to come back here anyway to turn that camera. And it's kind of pervy, but, it's Leisure Larry. He does point the camera towards the women's shower so that the officer is stuck looking at women in a shower. And then eventually you'll meet Rose. She's what she would call someone who doesn't exactly have great parenting skills based on what she says. And before Rose will do anything, she expects a gift. Oh, Larry, remember that girl from the disco in Leisure Suit Larry 1? When will you learn? Anyway, if you grab the flowers out of the room, that I just mentioned earlier, you can give them to Rose, and she cleanses your soul? Not really your soul. I'll just let it happen, or let you enjoy what happens, and see how Larry gets cleansed. I did find it a pain to change Larry's clothes from time to time, whether it was in the bathroom or when you're outside the pool. Changing in and out of his clothes at times, it was just randomly clicking until I got it right, especially outside the pool. The pool was a horrid experience of trying to change in and out of from clothes to towel. Like I was clicking the towel, moving down to the bush, try to click the towel, finally get it, climb in the pool, do the thing in the pool, come back out. It should literally just be click on the zipper and Larry moves behind a bush or moves behind the locker if you're in the right area and he changes. The taco truck area is kind of weird, and it's used a bunch of times in this game. The air in the tire killing Larry seems a little over the top, like if you accidentally click on the tire and don't put the beaver on the tire. The beaver we'll get later. It kills Larry. That just seems like a weird death, like that was reaching. Also, if you climb into the food tray thing, I forgot what those are called, and you're not at the end of the game, you can't do anything. Like you try to press the button and it says, oh, but you would not be able to move. But somehow when you're at the end of the game, this trick somehow works. But yeah, here you're going to actually use air from the tire to fill the beaver. I don't know why Larry just couldn't blow up the beaver himself, but whatever. Then there's Burgundy, the country. No, jazz? No, country. Is it jazz? Anyway, listen, she's a singer, and she's at the bar. While you're here, grab a match at the end of the bar. You'll need to do it twice, but you can only carry one match at a time, of course, because it's a Sierra game. So you'll use one, and then have to go back to get the second one. And also, don't open that door that's by the bartender. You will flood the area and kill yourself. At the pool, what you're going to want to do is talk to Ken Williams. Not Ken Williams, but the guy that looks like Ken Williams. Al would never put Ken Williams in a game. Right? Oh, wait, he has. He has. He's put him in a few. So that probably is Ken Williams. Anyway, you'll need to talk to him and learn how to order a drink. Talking to the redhead Marilee, and for me, she's probably the best looking female in any Leisure Suit Larry game. I've always had to think for redheads, so maybe that's why. Or it could just be the way she wears her bikini. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to change the subject because it's getting hot in here. Anyway, what she is addicted to bungee jumping, but she's done it so many times that the lifeguard will not let her do it again. So what you've got to do is now climb out of the pool, go over there and talk to Billy D. I'm sure there's no relation to Billy D. Williams. He won't let her jump, but if you ask for the key, he'll give it to you. But having the key is great, but she can't go with you. Makes it pointless. So if you have the right stuff, you could make a good impression. Get it? That's me with my subtle jokes. A good impression. So what you're going to do is you're going to put the key into the soap, but you can't do it anywhere because he'll catch you. You have to go into the bungee tower to do it. But you'll need more than just that. If you picked up the file and the wrench from Ken, you'll then need to file a key, but you can't use your own room key because you need that room key to get in and out of your door all the time, or out of your own room. So what you need is a spare key, but where do you get a spare key? Well, if you go all the way back to the front where Gammy is, that's where people turn in their keys, you can reach in there and actually get a spare key, and that's what you file down. So that's how you make a good impression. Again, I think the part that I hated most here was the changing clothes at the pool. I just found that to be a pain. It should just be the zipper. Larry goes behind the bushes. Going back to Char, I was trying to remember where to get the batteries from. So when I was walking around, I ended up at the front. And here's where you'll see an officer watching dirty videos. And this is what I was talking about with Char, who's in the mud bathroom where you turn the cameras. If the cameras are not turned, he won't let you get to the handcuffs because he's not distracted. But if you turn the camera towards the women's shower room, he's distracted. You can go over there and get the handcuffs. You'll be using the handcuffs with a woman named Thunderbird, who teaches you a lesson in S&M. So there's that. You'll also meet someone named Shabley, who needs a dress for a pageant. Also, while you're in this room, don't forget to grab the electrical cable that's on the floor that's not plugged in. It took me a while to find the back room from the mud bath area because there's not a lot of indication that there's anything even there, like that there is a room there. The mud bathroom actually looks like it is the end of the room. But anyway, if you go back there, that's where Thunderbird is, and that's where she's working out. And you can give her the handcuffs you got because she says that's what she wants. And what she'll do is she'll teach you a lesson in doggy style as you horse around. That's some painful S&M jokes. Painful S&M jokes. Listen, these are the jokes, folks. See why I speed up the video? No one wants to hear 2 hours of this. No one. Or especially 6.5 hours of this, of me actually talking through everything. You'll need to find out when, in order to experience this S&M experience, you will need to find out what room she's in. So basically, when you walk up and down the hallways that you see Al Low driving his cart on, there's a door that you knock on and no one responds. That's going to be her room. And once you've gotten to this part, she answers the door and you get to watch what happens. You do wake up in your room with a diamond collar necklace on from your S&M experience. You can look at it and there's actually a diamond that comes off. At this point, you should have everything you need to fix the weight sucking machine. If you have the lard from the taco room trash can and the wrench from Mark, who was fixing your sink, to tighten the bolts, you will have to grab the filter that's in the cleaning machine, take it back to the taco truck thing, put it through the dishwasher to clean it, and then come back. You have to do quite a bit of stuff for Gammy also. Like, she wants a wet cloth. In order to do this, you have to have the cloth wet from your room, run back to the taco truck room. See what I mean by this? Taco truck room gets used a lot. Put it in the fridge and let it cool, and then run around for a little bit and then give it to her until she says it's cool. Um, and then you'll need to grab the cellulite. I'll get it right. Into a jar because you're going to actually use it as a form of, I guess, fuel in a way. Let's see. Go over into Cav's area, and Larry will naturally mess up the dance routine. And when you talk to her, she seems like a, let's just say, a tough woman who wants to go on doing air quotes here, a double date. Use the badge that she has hanging from her chest that she lets you eventually have to go to the far right where Outlaw drives back and forth. Go all the way to the right. There's a gate. You can swipe the badge, go into the tent, get some drinks, bring those drinks to Burgundy, who is at the bar, let her guzzle them, and you have to rinse and repeat, I think, twice to do this. From there, you're going to go to the sauna, where Cav and Burgundy get friendly, real friendly, with each other, and without you. But hey, you know what? You get a fancy bracelet for your trouble, so that's then. From here, since Burgundy is now out of the way, you can go back to the bar, head to the far left to get up on the stage, and then go backstage. You'll see Burgundy's dress. You're going to take this back to Chablis, give them the dress. You're going to go on a date on the beach. The beach can be accessed to the far left. When you go out, you kiss, talk, kiss, talk, kiss, talk, and you eventually find out you two have something in common. Again, these are the jokes. Did it get a rise out of you? I don't know. But it certainly got a rise out of Larry. Or Chablis. You'll also want to give a match to Al, the cart driver, when he goes all the way to the right towards like where the gate is, the employee gate. This will give you a chance to basically allow him to go smoke. You bust his cart, and you're able to get his batteries by talking to him and saying, "Hey, I can help you." Grab his flashlight, take the batteries out. You're going to go back to the mud bathroom, give the batteries to Shar, use the cable to short the door. That's right behind her. Go in the room, and Shar shows up, and things go wrong yet again. But yet again, for your trouble, you will get something, because you'll see something fall out when the girl in the sunbathing tube jumps out. But when you wake up from your room, you have to go back there to go get it. Once again, you head back for the taco truck room, go into the food vent thing, whatever it's called. Press the button, go up. You're gonna light the lard in the little thing that you have. Give the gifts in the right order. Find the girl of your dreams, at least for this game. And that will actually wrap up this game. That's it. Leisure Suit Larry 6. I know I didn't talk much about it, but I figure most people have played it. I just want to talk about some of my thoughts about it. It is by far better than Leisure Suit Larry 5. It's one of the better Leisure Suit Larry games. I actually like it more than I do Leisure Suit Larry 7 from what I remember. But I'll be playing Leisure Suit Larry 7 next, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I know it wasn't super exciting, but if you want, click the subscribe button. Tell other people about it. Share, do whatever. If you don't want to, you don't want to. That's fine too. Have a good day, and remember, let's play Sierra games. Save early, save often.